Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Hello. Hello. Welcome to hour number 2 of the Line Talk 99.5 and Talk995.com with Carrie in the driver's seat.
What
Carrie,
is happening?
what's up, buddy?
Man, this cold weather's got me.
You enjoying it?
Nope,
Got you feeling good?
it does not. Has me feeling cold.
I looked at one day this week. Let's see. Where's it at? Oh, Saturday. Low of 15, high of 24.
Man, I won't leave the house.
That'll be I guess that right there is pipe breaking weather, right?
Yeah, I think all this is.
At least we don't have any rain or anything until a week from Thursday, but at that point, low 37, high 51.
Of course.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the good news. It's bitterly cold, man.
Yeah.
Here's what's fascinating is we had been having a pretty mild winter, you know?
Yeah, so far we had, but
And
not
then
anymore.
Mother Nature just came up and kicked you in the nuts.
I feel like we had a cold spell like this in several years, man.
Yeah.
It'll go down to the 20s every now and then, but man, this is brutal.
What do you do when it gets this cold? Just sit in your house and
Pretty much.
do what you normally do,
Yeah.
which is nothing.
Exactly. Just
What do you
with more blankets.
in reality? What do you do? I know you always say you don't do anything, but like, if you're at home and like, do you play solitaire? Do you play games on your phone? Do you talk to your wife? Like, what do you actually do?
To talk to my wife a little bit. Yeah.
Wait, you got to put yourself on the screen
Oh,
while you
yeah.
explain this. He hates when I do that.
Yes.
All right, so Real Talk 99.5 TV. Carrie's going to explain while on camera what he does in his spare time.
I watch some TV. I
Mhm.
play some guitar.
Yeah.
Talk to the wife. Pet the dogs.
Pet the dogs.
Feed the dogs. Smoke.
Smoke cigarettes.
Yep. Yep.
You're one of the few in society that still smokes cigarettes.
Yes, I am not a quitter. Refuse to quit.
Now, how long do you think? Not to get personal, but how long do you think you're gonna smoke cigarettes? Do you ever, you're in your 50s. Do you ever think to yourself, I should quit?
Yeah, I mean, I should. I've quit a couple of times. And, I didn't like it. I enjoy it. I mean,
And vaping is just not for you.
I just don't get it. I can't do it.
I think the problem is you haven't found the right one.
Maybe. I don't know.
I think that's what it is. Because wouldn't it be nice to not have to go outside in this bitter cold to get your nicotine in? I'm a proponent of
Yeah.
nicotine, by the way.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
nicotine's good for you.
It would probably be cool if I could smoke in the house, but I wouldn't do that. It would smell like crap.
Yeah. So you aren't allowed to smoke in the house?
Oh, no.
I would think as a veteran smoker like yourself, you'd have ashtrays and everything in the house.
No.
Your wife doesn't let you?
I mean, I wouldn't want to do. She'd kill me, but
What does your wife think about your smoking? Does she smoke?
she does not smoke.
Has she ever smoked?
She has never smoked.
Wow.
So,
You might. Well, what are you offering her to get her to stick around?
I mean, not a lot really. Now I think of it. I mean, I don't know. That's a good question. I'll have to ask her tonight.
Huh. Well, there's something about you.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure.
It's
there's
got her
some-
sticking around.
I mean, look at me. Why wouldn't you want to stick around, right?
She's like, as she looks at her husband that smells like smoke and pets the dog
Yeah, I mean,
for 2 hours and 3 hours at a time.
yeah, I mean, actually, I don't smoke a whole lot, really. To tell you the truth, maybe half a pack a day.
10 cigarettes a day?
Yeah, I would say so.
Mm,
A carton will last me several weeks.
yeah. Well, that's good since a carton's like $100.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
That's crazy.
I
dude.
wish I had something exciting to share that I do, but I don't.
Part of me feels like you're hiding something from us.
What
And I don't know what it is, but I feel like everything's a little too standard and a little too boring, that you've got something else, like, I don't know, you're building a nuclear reactor in your garage, or maybe a meth lab or something.
Well, no. I wish, like I said, I'm a pretty boring guy, man. I wish I had something that I was hiding. I don't do a lot. I just sit at the house and wait for our next trip.
Maybe.
There's really
What if we get the audience to give suggestions on what you can do in your free time and find you a new hobby?
New hobby?
Yeah.
I mean, I've got hobbies. I like to fish, golf, play guitar.
Yeah, but I'm talking about hobbies that you can have where you can just do at home, like when you're bored.
Well, guitar.
Puzzles.
Puzzles? No.
Legos.
No, little Legos. I mean, I do watch some TV.
What do you watch?
I watched the Queen's Gambit. Was that what it's called on Netflix?
What?
It's some kind of chess show I watched last night. It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
And man, I'm really a boring guy.
There's a new show on. Oh, I've been watching some of WWE Unreal, which, even if you're not a wrestling guy, it's worth watching, because it's like behind the scenes, kind of showing how everything plays out.
I mean, my wife does want to go see the Melania movie, so I may have to go out in public to watch that.
Does she? Is she excited about that?
I think so.
My wife's going to see it too.
I mean,
When's your wife? What day's your wife going?
I think Friday.
That's when my wife's going. What time?
I hope between 11 and 2.
Oh, so she hasn't. She didn't invite you.
She said I didn't have to go, which means I have to go.
Well, I don't want to say which theater and what time my wife's going. She'll get mad at me, but
I don't even know where they're playing it.
Let me tell you. I'm gonna whisper to you where she's going to see it.
That's probably the same time my wife's going.
You think so?
It could be. I'll find out.
Yeah, find out, and we'll tell them to look out for each other.
I mean, it's
because Trisha's going with her mom.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I do want to go see it, but they booked it, or they bought the tickets, and I've got a podcast Friday night, so
I don't know if my wife's even bought tickets yet, so she may be in trouble.
She better hurry up, because
Yep.
I don't think they're showing it at a whole lot of places.
No, I just wait till it comes on TV.
Comes on TV
Yep.
after the Queen's Gambit.
Yeah. That was a pretty interesting show.
Yeah.
I could never play chess, apparently.
We were watching this new, God, what's it called? Is it called Unlocked? Lock Up, Unlocked, or something? It's a show where the sheriff takes a cell block and just unlocks the doors, and they don't send any guards in there or
I've
anything.
seen
And
the previews on that.
they let the inmates run the asylum and say, y'all got to figure out how to survive in here. You know, they'll still bring them food and all that, but you know, it's interesting because they have to build this hierarchy. They have to kind of figure out who's leading the pack, and nobody wants to be told what to do in there.
Right.
And so,
Don't they already have that in prison, though?
well, yeah, to an extent, but in this particular cell block, you've got the whites, the Mexicans, and the blacks. Okay? And the whites are the majority, then you got the Mexicans, and then you got the black crowd. And the black crowd's like, well, we want to call the shots. But the white people are like, well, we've got the majority. We're calling the shots. And then the Mexicans are like, we just want to stab somebody. And so it's just, I'm only like an episode in, so I don't know how it plays out. But it's a fascinating concept.
Yeah, I saw the previews for that.
When I watch prison shows like that on TV, those prisons are much nicer than the ones that I watched on the Alabama Solution.
Yeah, that's not hard.
Yeah, much nicer.
Yeah, I don't watch many prison shows after that show called Oz on HBO.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I didn't watch that.
Well,
was that a prison show?
it was, and you'll definitely make sure you do not go to prison if you watch that.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe I need to watch it. It's not a documentary. It's like a
New.
show.
It's like a movie show.
Hmm.
It's disturbing to say the least.
A lot of
The things you hear that go on in prison, they make it happen.
a lot of backdoor.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah,
That
okay.
and
Yeah, I've got no need to
it'll
watch that.
scare you to death.
Hmm.
Make you not break the law.
There's another local story floating out there that I've been tagged in multiple times today. And I don't know that I have the full context to it. I kind of looked into it a little bit. Um, Back in December, there was a Birmingham City Council meeting, and there were some individuals that went up and spoke at the meeting, and then served papers to those on the city council. And the topic was that in Alabama, DHR is running around snatching up kids that shouldn't be snatched up and basically using them for profit,
I saw that.
putting them in the foster system and everything else. It shows civil rights advocates Jessica Saxton and Tanawa Downing speaking at a Birmingham City Council meeting on December 30th. They accuse Alabama's DHR of illegally removing children from families without court orders, citing constitutional violations and federal laws like 18 U.S.C. 241. They then shows them serving the council with a notice of these alleged crimes, urging them to report and stop funding such actions. And that's part of their ongoing campaign all across Alabama.
I also heard from the Birmingham City Council meeting this month that they're making January Muslim Appreciation Month. And no lie.
Okay. Kids are getting kidnapped from their homes, but yeah, let's worry about Muslim Appreciation
Yep.
Month.
That's kind of what I thought.
I don't know. I'm going to have to dig into that further. And I don't know if we have any connections to either Jessica Saxton or is it Tanawa Downing?
Mm-hmm.
But I would be interested in talking to them and having them explain.
Why they're kidnapping kids?
Yeah, like what's the backstory on this? Because I mean, we've all heard DHR horror stories before, but if this is a gimmick where the city or the state is going around and just snatching kids that really shouldn't be snatched from their homes using, nitpicky reasons or whatever it is, and then turning around and making money off the foster system,
Yeah.
that's a problem. We call that trafficking.
Yes.
That would be the government trafficking children.
Right under your noses.
Yeah.
In plain sight.
So, again, I'm going to have to look into it, but based on the video I saw, it kind of leads me to that
You would like to think
conclusion.
that wasn't correct. You would like to think there's more to it, but I don't know.
Mm-mm.
Apparently it is not.
Yeah, that could be a problem. So if anybody's got any connections on that front, let me know. I'll see if I can. I haven't attempted to find these individuals, but if I do, I'll be more than happy to bring them on and hear them out, their side of the story. So 205-545-9950 if you want to get in. Let's move over to Minneapolis when we get back on the other side. A lot of things changing over the past 24 hours. All that and more next. 205 545 9950. 545 9950. Looking through the text line, Ron says, I smoke 2 packs a day. How about that, Carrie?
That's a lot of cigarettes.
He showed you, didn't he?
I guess so. He wins.
40 Stokes a day? Come on, cuz. Drew says, I'm trying to quit vaping using nicotine pouches because the vape had my lungs like I can't breathe. Yeah, it's not. Listen, vaping's not for everybody. Some people have, conditions and whatever else. And, you hear the horror stories online and it's, it's just like everything else, not everything is for everybody. So, but vaping's a great tool to get off cigarettes, and then some of us like me just keep on doing it years later. But I tried the pouches. I tried the Zen pouches, but I just I've gone so long with the whole the motion of vaping that it's hard to let that part go.
I understand that.
But,
I've done the Zen. They're okay.
Yeah. Let's see. What else? Jay says, I bet Carrie would like to visit BJ's.
What's that?
You never heard of a BJ?
I mean, I never heard you could go to one.
It's apparently like a Costco store.
Yeah.
So
I would probably like that.
You think you'd like BJ's?
I mean, who wouldn't like it, right?
I don't know. I've never been. I'm a Costco guy.
Yeah, BJ sounds more fun.
BJ sounds more fun than Costco.
Yeah, and Sam's. There's not one close by though.
No, but somebody said they're building one like up in Huntsville or something. Got to go all the way to Huntsville to get BJ's.
Man.
And do you have to get a membership for BJ's?
I would think so. You have to go so many times a month, right? To make it worth your while.
Yeah.
But just one time a year, really.
Yeah, some people only go to BJ's once a year,
It's like an anniversary trip.
Yeah. You go to BJ's on your anniversary, and that's it.
Good deals, though. Good deals.
Blasco says, I highly recommend Oz. I don't know. Carrie did a pretty good job of convincing me not to watch it.
I mean, you can watch it. Just know that it can be disturbing.
Do they ever go to BJ's on that show?
They have their own BJ store.
Do they?
They do.
I gotcha. And Ron says, I'm currently in Rome, Texas, and frozen the parking lot in 4 inches of ice. Oh, he's stuck in Texas.
Jeez.
Man, I'm glad that's not us, man. I felt, we talked about it yesterday, what it looked like in Oxford and, parts of Tennessee and then Texas. Texas is not quite dealing with the ice storm that they dealt with a few years ago, which was really bad. The one where Ted Cruz went to the Caribbean or whatever.
Oh, yeah. He tried to do that again, I think, this time. And
that's what I heard.
He came on back. He's like, oh, crap.
That's what I heard. What is the deal with Ted Cruz, man? That just he's like, when that goes down, I get it. Like if I've got the means to do it, I'm absolutely making that move. But as the senator of that state, you can't do that.
Yeah, I mean,
you can't.
No,
even
it's
go
not
to
a good look.
state.
It's not a good look. And if you think you would learn from the first time you did it, and he didn't.
And all signs point to Ted Cruz wanting to run for president in 2028.
Good luck.
He's going to get slaughtered.
He tried that once before, right?
Yeah, it didn't work out.
No.
Lying Ted Cruz. Lying Ted.
I mean, if anybody thinks they can go up against JD, maybe Mark Rubio, but
I don't know. We learned that Ted Cruz's dad's Castro because he ran for president.
Correct.
Was it his dad or his granddad?
One of them.
Had to be his dad, right?
Would make him brothers with old boy from Canada, right?
Lying Ted Castro. Or was it Castro, or am I getting that confused with Trudeau? Trudeau is Castro's kid.
Son,
Allegedly.
Correct. Yes.
But who was Ted Cruz?
I think he's just from Cuba, right? His parents were from Cuba.
Oh, and wasn't his dad involved in the assassination of JFK?
Something crazy. I mean,
dude, that's how wild Donald Trump is, man. He'll just float him out there. He don't even care.
like, prove me wrong.
Yeah, he just throws it on you. It's on you to try to dig yourself out of the hole.
I've never been to Cuba.
We've got Trump. This is actually moments ago, but just happening. Speaking to reporters outside the White House before heading to Iowa. Let's listen to this.
So we're very happy about it. Tom Homan, as you know, is in Minnesota now. He's meeting with the governor, and he's meeting with the mayor, I think, later. And I hear that's all going very well also. I'm going to Iowa. Some of you are coming with me, but I'm going to Iowa. And what can I say? The economy is good. It's all good. Prices are coming way down. And we have a lot of very positive news.
Justified.
Well, you know, we're doing a big investigation. I want to see the investigation. I'm going to be watching over it. I want a very honorable and honest investigation. I have to see it myself.
Is Kristi Noem going to step down?
No.
The president of Venezuela said that she has not been taking orders from you. What do you have to say about that?
Well, I don't know exactly what's going on there, but I haven't heard that at all. No, we have a very good relationship.
What about
I'd like to see interest rates go down. Everything else is going down. We have the energy and fuel going down. We have gasoline in many states now at $1.99. Groceries are going down. We inherited a mess with very, very high prices, very, very high prices. And I will tell you, we've made a lot of progress. So we have the groceries going down. We have the energy going down. We have gasoline going down at a record clip. And that's what I want to do. We're doing well. Well, I'm looking at that whole situation. I love everybody. I love all of our people. I love his family. And it's a very sad situation. Yeah, please. I am, yeah. I think she's doing a very good job. The border is totally secure. You know, you forget. We had a border that I inherited where millions of people were coming through. Now we have a border where no one is coming through. They come into our country only legally. So you have to remember those things. You know, people forget as soon as you accomplish something, it goes into history and nobody ever wants to talk about it. We had a border that caused all of this problem. Biden caused, and the Democrats caused this problem. They allowed tens of millions of people to come in. Many of them were murderers. Many were drug dealers, drug addicts, people from mental institutions. They allowed these people to violate our country, to come into our country. And that's what we're talking about. So if you remember, we had a horrible border, the worst border we've ever had, ever in history. People were flowing through by, we think, 25 million people, not to mention drugs and everything else. And that border is absolutely closed. Prices are coming down. The border is really strong. You know, if you remember, I probably got elected more than anything else on the border. We had a border that was open with 25 million people coming through with an open border policy, which was insane. And that's the policy that caused the problem that we have. With all of that being said, other than, I would say, just to put it accurately, Minnesota, and in particular Minneapolis, because it's not all of Minnesota, every city that we've gone to has been, like, literally crime has gone down 50, 60, 70, 80. In Washington, it's gone down. There's practically no crime. You know, Washington is a great example, but you take a look at other cities, Memphis, Tennessee, the crime is down 78%. And And you know where else it's down? It's down in Minnesota. It's down in Minneapolis. And it's down very much because of the fact that we're there. So we can't lose sight of the fact that we have to take murderers and drug lords and people from mental institutions that were dumped into our country through open borders of the Democrats, of Biden. And we're doing a great job. The other thing is Tom Homan, he's there right now. He's with the governor and he's with the mayor. And I hear things are going very nice.
Okay, so we'll jump in here just because the freaking Marine One's in the background. It's so freaking loud, and he's just moving down the line, so we're kind of losing audio on him. He's getting ready to head out to the event in Iowa where he's going to be speaking on the economy as well as other things. He mentioned several things there. He was asked about the Alex Preddy deal, and he said there's an investigation going on. We're going to see how that plays out. He's like, I haven't studied it that well, but yada, yada, yada. One reporter goes, is Kristi Noem going to resign? And he said, no. And then he moved on. They think they're going to get some heads on some stakes with this one, but I hate to break it to them. It's not going to happen. Things are moving and shaking. We'll explain all that and more when we get back. 205-545-9950. Hang tight. when I learned to fly. So Iowa is where Trump is heading. He is going to be speaking there. He's actually, I think he's going to be on Will Kane's show as well on Fox News at like 3 o'clock or something. I won't be able to watch it, but I'll probably catch a replay or something. But moving and shaking, man, and with everything going on in Minneapolis, he's kind of directing the way, but putting people in place. You heard him mention Tom Holman in Minneapolis, meeting with Jacob Small Fry, and seeing what they can do. The thing is, these guys, they talk a big game. Jacob Fry, in particular, talks a big game. But when they get in front of these individuals, whether it's Donald Trump himself or Tom Holman, they cower like punks. They cower like children. Because when Tom Holman makes his way to Minneapolis, he's showing up ready for business. I came across a video, and I don't know if this is from this morning. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's an older clip, because I felt like Tom Holman was already in Minneapolis. But I watching it, I thought it was a perfect example of who Tom Holman is and how this guy is absolutely no nonsense. His priority is to get his job done. And that's been Tom Holman all along. Before Donald Trump, before first term Donald Trump, Tom Holman was in there getting the job done. You already have seen the pictures of Barack Obama placing the Presidential Rank Award for Distinguished Service around Tom Holman's neck in 2015. He was recognized by Barack Obama for doing such a good job in deporting people. Tom Holman means business. He's not playing around. And when he gets in front of a punk like Jacob Fry, he's going to tell him what's up. Here's an example. Tom Holman on Morning Joe on MSNBC. That was a few months ago. But you notice after he smacked her around a little bit, she changed her tone. She got a lot more calm in her voice. But to be a fly on the wall for that meeting between Tom Holman and Jacob Fry, I'd love that. I would love that.
Who came up with the line "disappearing people"?
The media.
That's the dumbest thing I think I've ever heard.
Yep. The media. Actually, it was probably these leftists on the ground, but the media immediately picked it up. And they're like, "Gonna disappearing people." It's ridiculous. Here is, and this is a developing story as we speak. Donald Trump talks to Tim Walz on the phone last night. Tom Homan is likely talking to Jacob Fry now. And they are apparently trying to find some sort of common ground. But here's where I'm at. You're not going to find any common ground with these people. Because as we stated yesterday, they want these riots. They want the fighting with law enforcement, and they want their people, as crazy as it sounds, they want their people shot by ICE agents. They do. No matter how much they say they don't, that's exactly what they want. Because it gives them the fire and the passion to get out there and get the American people fired up. It's what they want. And I hope the Trump administration doesn't bend. I know the Trump administration won't break, but I don't want them to bend. Nick Sorter, just a few moments ago, went on Steven Crowder's show and revealed that he is hearing the Border Patrol agents in Minnesota are being given new orders not to arrest non-criminal, quote-unquote, non-criminal illegal immigrants, even when a license plate check confirms illegal status. And I'll play that clip for you when we get back on the other side, because that would be a large turn in this story, but also could make a little bit of sense if this is, in fact, a temporary order. We'll discuss it when we get back on the other side. Underdog Fantasy. UnderdogFantasy.com and the Underdog Fantasy app. Time for you to download the app, baby. If y'all have not downloaded, we got the big game coming up in less than 2 weeks, and you can win real money. I mean, real money that goes into your bank account that you can spend on whatever you want. Doesn't that sound nice? You can win real money by downloading the Underdog app, which costs you nothing. You download it for free. You use my promo code when you sign up, which is HeyNow, all one word, HeyNow. And look around the app. You don't have to download it and immediately start using it. If you want to download it and just kind of peruse and get a feel for it, you can do that. But in simple terms, what you're doing is you're just making picks when it comes to sports, particular players. You're just picking higher or lower on their stats. For the big game, for instance, you're picking higher or lower on passing yards or rushing yards or touchdowns or whatever. It's up to you, man. There's a million different options to choose from. Not literally a million, but there's a lot. And if you get your picks right, you win money. It's that simple. It really is that simple. I've been playing Underdog for a very long time. Y'all know they've been partnered with us for a while. And I just, I'm all about it, man. I love it. And you're going to love it too. But you got to make that move. Download the app for free. Sign up with the promo code HeyNow and get to picking. What are you waiting for? Download the app today and use promo code HeyNow to score $75 in fantasy bonus entries when you play your first $5 on fantasy. That's promo code HeyNow. Underdog, make plays, win money. Must be 19 or older and present in Alabama. Terms apply. See assets.underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org. Now, this just came across the wire, as I stated. This is from Steven Crowder's show this morning, and Nick Sorter, who has been doing a lot of reporting on the ground in Minneapolis. He is saying 2 of his sources within Border Patrol are telling him that they have received orders to not hem up illegal aliens that don't have prior criminal histories. Listen.
One of the stories that I've unfortunately been hearing this morning is that Border Patrol agents have now been given new orders not to, for example, if they were to run a license plate and it comes back as that person is an illegal that Border Patrol was forced to let into the country under Joe Biden, they are no longer allowed to arrest that person.
And is this the first
time? Know for a fact that's illegal.
Is this new information that you're just bringing to light right now? That these new orders? Okay. And I don't want you to reveal your sources, but you have someone who you trust on this. You believe this is a matter of official, actual approach and policy now.
This actually came from 2 Border Patrol agents, 2 separate Border Patrol agents on the ground in Minnesota. They're very, very frustrated. Obviously, they feel like one of them actually said that this feels like we just reverted to the Biden days.
And on its face, that seems like something that you don't necessarily want to be happening, right? We want them to double down and not back off. But there may be, if in fact this is true, there may be more of a strategic avenue to this. Again, most of what Donald Trump does is posturing to get the best outcome. Not most of what he does. He's a man of action, obviously. But before the action comes the negotiation. And this could possibly be one of the negotiating tactics when speaking to Tim Walz and with Tom Homan speaking to Jacob Fry and saying that if you'll work with us to get the hardened criminals out of your jails and off of your streets, we will pause picking up the collateral damage, which would be illegals whose only offense, still an offense, but only offense is being in the country illegally. Because you've got this weird dichotomy where there are a lot of individuals that were, in their view, and in many people's view, let into the country legally. They came across the border. They met with Border Patrol agents, and Border Patrol agents let them into the country at the request of the commander-in-chief. They had a system set up to where they thought they could cover their tracks and say, well, we're not just letting people into the country and making them citizens. We're letting them in, but we're giving them a court date. And then at that court date, 6, 7, 8 years from now, we'll decide whether or not their asylum claim, because they all claim asylum. They come across the border and they say, oh, I'm in fear for my life in my country. And so Border Patrol was forced to accept them. And then the claim of asylum would be determined by an immigration court judge in 2032 or whatever. And so many of those people that came through the border in those situations during that time frame view themselves as legally in the country. They're in the country, they got a court date, and they say to themselves, well, I just got to show up to the court date. You hear about illegals being arrested at courthouses. You remember all those stories? That's what that was. But the reality is they were never let into the country legally, no matter what the Biden administration said. And no matter what the immigrant themselves think. You weren't here legally. And so at any time, according to the law, you could be deported. That still stands. Nothing has changed about that. But if this is in fact true, I hope in fact it is just a tactic, because if you give the left an inch, they're going to take a mile. Don't let up. You simply got to double